Hello guys, welcome back to Free Real Estate Texas Prep Exam here with Marie. I'm going to cover about 9 multiple choice questions for you. If you need me to elaborate on any question, please post your comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. So let's get into it. What's not true about the seller's disclosure notice? A seller who hasn't been living on the property isn't required to complete it. This is a TREC approved form. It should be provided to the prospective buyer before signing a contract. Licensees should never complete the form on behalf of a seller. What is not true? And the correct answer is a seller who hasn't been living on the property isn't required to complete one. That is not true because a seller always has to complete a seller disclosure notice. Question 2. What's the purpose of the seller's disclosure notice? To protect the seller and the seller's agent from liability or legal action from the buyer after closing. To ensure the safety and habitability of the dwelling for prospective buyers. To disclose information about the property that may not be apparent to buyers conducting a typical tour during an open house. To disclose material facts in any property condition issues known to the seller at the time the form is completed. What's the purpose of the seller disclosure notice? The correct answer is to disclose material facts and any property condition issues known to the seller at the time the form is completed. The seller always have to complete the seller's disclosure notice because the buyer needs to know material facts and any proper conditions about the property. Okay, moving right along. Licensee marries buyer is interested in a single family home located in an older gated neighborhood. Which of these seller disclosures should the buyer expect to receive related to this property? The economic and social pre-qualification requirements property owners must meet to reside within the community. Notice that the property is subject to membership in a property owners association and a resale certificate. The company name and licensee information for contractors allowed entry for work within the community, or notice of the community's rules regarding fair housing exemptions and compliance with local and federal laws. Which one do you guys think here? And the correct answer is notice that the property is subject to membership in a property owners association and a resale certificate. The buyer must be notified if they have to participate in the homeowners association in a resale certificate because that's a cost that they'll have to pay. So definitely important that they know about that information. Which of these is not a benefit provided by the Texas Homestead Protections? Forgiveness of a mortgage debt for a principal resident on the death of a spouse. The right for the surviving family of a deceased owner to continue occupying a residence. Partial or complete property tax exemptions as determined by the local tax jurisdiction. Or exemption of the value of debtor's home from the claims of creditors, which is not a benefit of the Texas Homestead Protection. And the correct answer is forgiveness of a mortgage debt for a principal resident on the death of a spouse. Yeah. Texas Homestead Protections will not forgive a debt if your spouse is deceased. Jerry's landlord made him pay a $1,000 security deposit when he rented his apartment. Jerry gave notice and subsequently moved out on May 31st. When must the landlord return his security deposit to Jerry? By August 1st, by June 30th, by July 15th, or there's no time frame in Texas for the returning a tenant security deposit. Which one do you guys think? And the correct answer is by June 30th. All landlords have 30 days after the tenant moved out to return the security deposit. A homeowner has contracted with a company to build a second story on the home. The homeowner holds back 10% of the general contractor's fee during construction. Is this legal? Yes, this is a retainage fund required by Texas Property Code to ensure subcontractors are paid. Yes, this is a property owner protection against standard work allowed by the Texas Property Code. No, the homeowner is violating Texas laws that protect general contractors and subcontractors. Or no, the contractor is entitled to full payment and may place a lien on the property based on the amount the homeowner retains. What do you guys think? And the correct answer is yes. This is a retainage fund required by Texas Property Code to ensure subcontractors are paid. The homeowner must withhold 10% of the payments to direct contractors as a retainage fund, which will be paid to the contractor when the work is completed. As long as the property owner doesn't receive notice from a subcontractor that the subcontractor isn't being paid. Jack has signed a purchase contract for a property. He has a buyer for the property in mind and arranges to assign his contractual interest to his new buyer. Is this legal? No, this is considered fraud. Jack may not transfer an interest in a property until after he is the legal owner. No, the purchase contract is no longer valid if Jack assigns his interest to another. Yes, as long as Jack is a real estate licensee. Yes, as long as Jack discloses to the assignee that he doesn't have legal title to the property being purchased, which is the correct answer here, guys. The correct answer is yes, as long as Jack discloses to the assignee that he doesn't have legal title to the property being purchased. So as long as Jack is advising the seller, then is legal. How many hours of continuing education must licensees complete to renew a license after the first renewal? So this is after the first renewal. 20 hours, 10 hours of SAE courses, and 10 hours of legal updates. 18 hours, 8 hours of legal updates, and 10 hours of electives. 8 hours, 4 hours of legal updates, and 4 hours of electives. Or 98 hours, 90 hours of SAE courses, and 8 hours of legal updates. This is after the first renewal. What do you guys think? And the correct answer is 18 hours, 8 hours of legal updates, and 10 hours of electives. Okay, guys, this is our last question. So please don't forget to post your comments below. Further elaboration is needed on any question that has been answered. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe below. Thank you. Tom is a new Texas sales agent. What education requirements she must complete for her first renewal? So this is the first renewal. 90 hours of sales apprentice education courses and 8 hours of legal updates, 8 hours of legal updates and 10 hours of continuing education electives, 18 hours of sales apprentice education courses and 8 hours of legal updates, or 20 hours of sales apprentice education courses and 10 hours of legal updates. What do you guys think here? Correct answer is 90 hours of sales apprentice education courses and 8 hours of legal updates. This is always required after your first renewal. Okay, guys, let's wrap things up here with Marie. Please don't forget to post your comments, like, and subscribe.